Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading. This is your October bonus reading, and it's going to be a timeless reading. I'm just going to trust that you will find it whenever you need it, and that's going to be that. And I am using the Wheel of the Year Tarot, by the way, if you're wondering what deck I'm using here. And I'm just randomly grabbing from the Oracle cards, or I should say I'm intuitively grabbing over here, whatever I feel like grabbing, so that's going to be that. But Libra, let's see what is going on for you. It could be like some sort of ending of a cycle. I also like that you show up here a bunch of times, by the way. You show up like here, here. That could be your energy. Even the Eight of Swords can be your energy as well. So I definitely like to see that. But let's see what we have going on for you. You start off here with this settling card. It says your soul is telling you you are on the wrong path. Some of you, I feel like maybe you are on the wrong path. For others, I don't necessarily think that you're on the wrong path. I just feel there's something that could be better, right? You have your first row, you have the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups, and I'm going to show you in a minute, but it's kind of interesting that on the Four of Cups, the girl on this Four of Cups, she looks very dissatisfied. She looks like things that she's like longing for something more in her life, and I feel some of you have that feeling. You have the Six of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Pretty much everything here says you're not stuck. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. So it's kind of like a card of keeping yourself stuck in prison or keeping yourself stuck in a mental prison. It is kind of interesting that I also very specifically feel that this card is talking about a mental prison. So intuitively, I feel it is talking about your thoughts more than anything. You also have the Four Cups here, and you can see here that she's like longing out this window. She really looks like she's kind of dreaming of better days or dreaming when things were better in general. Here's the thing, Libra. I don't know what I called you at the beginning of this video because I feel like I didn't say Libra. But either way, going this direction is amazing. You go to the Wheel of Fortune. So I really feel that your fortunes are changing, or there is going to be a turnaround in your fortunes. We even see that here. Again, you have the Six of Wands, which is a card of excellence, being celebrated, really feeling happy. So I feel that there is a celebration coming in for you, but probably because there's a turnaround. You have a lot of the cards in this deck, they kind of remind me of the seasons, like of the year. And even the Justice card, which you have next, has winter and spring. The other one next to it, the Wheel of Fortune, has like all four seasons on it. And so I feel like you're kind of, going through seasons in your life, and you're about to break out of a season. Let's see where this is going. With the Six of Wands, you have the Inheritance card. I do feel like you're inheriting something. It might not be literally an inheritance, as in like a financial inheritance, but I do feel that you could be kind of inheriting some wisdom. I also feel you have a lot of luck here, so there could be a very lucky situation coming in for you, like you receive some information that moves you forward. I kind of have a weird feeling on that card. I love that card, actually, in this deck. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, by the way, and I really like that card, but I almost feel like you earned something. That card is Saturn and Scorpio, and I feel like you've been working hard behind the scenes, and you're about to get your rewards for it. With the Eight of Swords, you have this Vision card. I feel you just need to change your vision if you are feeling stuck, like if you are mentally stuck, or if you feel like you don't know what actions to take or what to do or where to go. I feel this is just saying that you need to correct your vision. Maybe not literally, some of you maybe literally, but I feel that the way you're looking at things could be what is keeping you stuck at this time. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot more detail here. Already, I see one answer, which you have this By the Book card at the end. So again, if you're saying, I don't know what to do to get unstuck, I see the same thing every single day. I feel like that By the Book card is asking you to innovate, to try some new things. That's going to get you unstuck. And look, even with the Four Cups, you have this Escape card. So you're trying to kind of escape from this Eight of Swords energy, I feel, Libra. I feel like you're trying to remove yourself from just the feeling of stuckness, or really, it might not even be stuckness. This might be also just not having certain things based off of time is what's popping into my head, especially with the seasons thing. And what I mean by that is maybe you think you're supposed to be married by a certain age. Maybe you're past that age, right? You could be like worrying about time. Maybe you feel like you're supposed to have a certain amount of money before a certain age. I kind of feel that energy that you could be feeling that you're not where you should be. But again, I feel like you're exactly where you should be. Next, you have this Bride card. It says wife or engagement on it. So some of you could be getting married, of course. Some of you could be meeting a person that you're going to marry, although I don't really see this as a love reading. You do have a little bit of love here, but it doesn't seem like a major focus. And again, if you're obviously not a wife, then I would say that this could just represent a commitment coming in for you. And I do see a lot of commitment energy here where it's basically saying committing to one project, one business, one idea in your life would be a good idea. So take it how it resonates. You show up here with the Justice card. You have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords. The Justice card is you showing up in a very strong position. So again, I kind of feel that you're getting some sort of reward that's based off of time is what's popping into my head. So again, if you feel that you don't have enough time or you've run out of time or you're not at the right time, I feel like you're getting like a reward here or things are balancing out. Next, you have the Queen of Cups. I do get a very kind, caring, kind of compassionate energy here for you. So I feel for some of you, you could be just receiving compassion from the people around you. For others, I feel this is asking you to move towards your heart, which pretty much everyone's being asked to do that right now. And you have the Four of Swords. Again, I feel that you could be coming out of this period of time where you feel you've been kind of stuck behind the scenes or you feel like you aren't getting the things that you want in your life with the Four of Swords. So I feel that some of you are kind of getting, you're kind of coming out of the cold here is what this looks like to me. I'm surprised that the Five of Pentacles didn't show up here, honestly. With the Justice card, you have this Lost card. Pretty weird that everyone has had this card, by the way. So a lot of people have been getting this Lost card. And I just kind of feel that it's similar to Eight of Cups energy. A lot of people have been getting the Eight of Cups. So we could just be in one of those times where a lot of people are releasing things, but it's more like you're making space for the stuff that you want. So I really like this. With the Queen of Cups, you have this criticism card. See, I get a weird story here on this Queen of Cups. I'm wondering if some of you have recently said to yourself, like, this is what I'm willing to accept into my life. Like, I get this very much, like, my heart is this with the Queen of Cups, where you could be saying to yourself, I know what I deserve now. And I feel like this criticism card isn't talking about criticism. I feel like it's talking about you, like in the future, if you're getting into a relationship or even taking a job or a position. I feel like you're saying, it's not criticism is not the word that I'm getting. I read intuitively. So again, sometimes I get different words. I feel like this is saying like you're going to be analyzing things and really saying, does this look right? Those are really the words that pop into my head. I feel like you're just looking at all future situations saying, does this look right to me? If it does, I feel like you'll engage in the situation, whether it's love, business, or otherwise, doesn't matter. And if it doesn't look right, I feel like you're not going to do it, plain and simple. And it has to do with your vision, because I'm getting the word look. I'm not getting the word like heal or hear or feel or anything like that. With the Four of Swords, you have this resistance card. Some of you might have resistance to relaxing here with the Four of Swords. And, Mars retrograde. Sometimes I feel that what we need to do is relax. We need to rest, relax, recover, and do things that kind of don't take up too much energy. And you might be resisting that, but I feel it'll be extremely beneficial for you to take some healing time or take some time for yourself. Next, you have the Oracle card. It says, seek wisdom and guidance from elders on it. So I feel, again, that a lot of you could be getting information. It's funny because, again, everybody has had a card like this. Not this card, but, I think you're the first person to have this card, but everybody's had like the King of Swords or, even the Queen of Swords or the King of Pentacles. These are all cards that could represent like a mentor or someone who knows more than you that could guide you in life. So I feel that there could be some guidance. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords here. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely your fortunes turning in your favor. I feel like things are going your way just based off the beginning of the reading. And also based off that inheritance card as well. Something is coming into your life that is causing a faster change is what I feel with that inheritance card. Whether it's like information from a person that kind of moves you forward. Six of Wands can be like a raise, a promotion, a bonus in work or business as well. For some of you, again, with that Four of Swords, sometimes I think we resist things, right? Where maybe we want to make money. So what does everybody think when they think that they need to make more money? Everybody thinks, oh, I need to work harder. But maybe that's not the truth here, Libra. There might be something else that can turn the wheel that makes you more money or makes you more successful. Or whatever. So something is changing in the cycles with this card. Even with the Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles is a choice. It's kind of like a card of work hard, play hard. And I do feel that some of you could be looking just at, pretty much everything in your life. And you're really kind of saying to yourself, what works, what doesn't? Normally there are some waves with a ship or a couple of ships in the background on the Two of Pentacles. And I really feel that. I feel like you're saying, like, what causes bigger waves? So, like, what work can I do now, for example, in work or business that will go well off into the future where I don't have to keep repeating the work? What causes a bigger wave? Same thing in love as well. I feel that. For some of you, I feel, again, not really a love reading. There's some love here, but, I would say just intuitively, I don't see it as a major focus other than that bride card here. But what I would say is that some of you could have someone coming in from a distance, I feel. So it could be like a long distance connection with this card. With the Page of Swords, I do feel that there's information for you from a wiser person. I'm not saying that you're not wise, but I just feel there could be like a very well-educated person or just, someone you look up to who could be helpful. And again, this is someone who you want their advice. So if you have a person you look up to or who you really value their advice, I would, communicate with that person if you need help in any area of your life, because I really feel that's what's going to get the wheel turning in your favor here, Libra. You have the submission card that wanted to pop out there. It's funny because this bird, look, it could easily set itself free. I'll show you over here. That bird, the door is open on its cage, so it could easily set itself free, but it isn't. So I'm wondering if there isn't an opportunity for you to set yourself free from that Eight of Swords, like much, much easier than you realize, because, maybe a person is going to help you. So that's what I would say here. I feel like some of you might be confusing yourself here, calling yourself lazy with that settling card. Sometimes I think if we're not challenged enough, or if we're not doing something that challenges us, we can feel lazy because we feel tired because we're not doing what we really want to do in life. So you're not lazy. I feel if you feel that, if that message is for you, it'll resonate. I feel like you're not lazy. I feel like you just want more of a challenge, and maybe you just don't realize it, With the Wheel of Fortune, you have this Enterprise card. Again, this whole entire thing is about work. So a lot of you, I feel there could be improvements in work or business, or you could be looking to make some improvements in work or business with this energy. I also feel that you're kind of like, what I would say to you is I feel like you have really good ideas right now. I feel you have a good eye for things that could turn into gold. So if you're thinking about starting a business, I would do it. If you're thinking about starting a side hustle or something like that, I would do it, because I don't really feel everything you touch turns to gold, although that could be part of it. I feel like you just have a good eye for like opportunities that are actually going to be good for you. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Manipulation card here. This is more about manipulation of energy. It's not so much about being manipulated. And as you can see, there's stars up here and there's stars on the hat right here. And the stars, it just kind of represents as above, so below. And that's the energy I get from this card, is more as above, so below energy. So I feel for those of you that are like wanting to create things in your life, manifestation could be very, very good for you. With the Page of Swords, you have this choice card. So I feel that some of you could be trying to make a choice. You have the Two of Pentacles here. Pretty simple, as far as a choice is concerned. I have a little bit of a, Chris's crappy tarot way of doing tarot whenever you're trying to make a decision. Like, let's just pretend I was doing this reading as a personal reading for you and you were asking me about making a choice. If the only choice card that I saw in the reading was a Two of Pentacles, which is basically what I see here, there are no other choice cards, I would say that the answer is always the new choice. I know that sounds super simple, but Two of Pentacles says pretty much always pick the new choice. The new option is always going to be more worth it. So if you're trying to make a decision, I would say that you could be agonizing over the decision as well, that picking the new path or picking the new choice is going to be far, far better than anything from the past. Next, you have this By the Book card. I kind of go both ways on this card. Sometimes I think it's good. Sometimes I think it's bad. And for you, I wouldn't really say it's bad, but I do feel that if you're kind of doing things the same way that you've always done them, that you could have a lot of blockages because of that. So, I would just be open to multiple ways of doing things, or make sure that you stay open to multiple ways of doing things, because, that's probably going to lead to the most success with this card. You have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, which you always get the Queen of Pentacles with me. It's pretty crazy. And you have the Six of Swords. I feel like you're very resourceful at this time. It kind of makes sense to me because, just based off your astrology, Libra, I would say that you've probably been focusing on your resources since like 2016 or 2017. And maybe you've really gotten serious since then. Since that time, about like where you get your resources, money and otherwise. We're not just talking about money here. We're talking money, friendships, anything that is a resource, right, in your life. I feel like you've had to become very resourceful. Like if you've tried to get a job, if you haven't had a job, maybe you just haven't had a job. Maybe it's been really hard for you to find one. And, the good news for you is I would say that things are turning around like right now. Things should be getting better for you, especially as we enter into next year, 2023. But, I feel you've been forced to be very resourceful. What I would say is that this is going to make you, it's not only going to make you, but it makes you more valuable right now. So I feel like this is saying don't discount your experiences, right? Sometimes I think we go through something hard like that and it makes you very valuable. Like, if you're super resourceful, that could be good for like a business that wants to hire you. You being resourceful and finding ways to make money with less, for example, if you happen to develop that skill over the past few years, that could be very valuable to a business. So again, I feel this Queen of Pentacles is kind of like saying that they're almost like little skills inside of you. And maybe you don't think like, oh, I should tell the next place I apply to that I have this skill, but I feel like you should. You have the Nine of Cups here. I would take time for this right here. Nine of Cups, like, it is a card of wishes and fulfillment, but it's also a card of enjoyment. You can see on this card that they're kind of like all enjoying themselves on the card. So I would make sure with the Four of Swords as well. The Four of Swords is coming up in the same diagonal here. I do feel it's asking you to make sure to enjoy yourself. You also have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores, so I feel like there are a lot of improvements coming in for you with the Six of Swords, and I also feel that you're kind of ready to move on from something. I definitely get the energy for you here, that some of you are ready to move on from anything, mostly because you have that settling card. This reading is very simple, and I feel like it's saying you're moving on from something that maybe you've been settling on, and you're moving towards like this major turnaround with the Wheel of Fortune, or you're moving towards something much better. You have the Enterprise card, right? And that could represent, starting a business or something, but I really feel that it could be anything. You could be looking for a relationship. A relationship could be an enterprise. It could be, and by enterprise, I just mean it could be something that you like really take care of, that you value, where you have to put the work in. And I'm not saying you're going to be running your relationship like a business, but what I am saying is that I feel like you're looking for something maybe that is worth taking care of, with that Enterprise card. I don't know, I feel like it's very good, whatever it is. With the Nine of Cups, you have this empathy card. A lot of people have had this card right now. Whenever the world is, as crazy as it is right now, I always try to remind myself to be nice, right? And I'm not saying that I'm not nice, but, whenever someone cuts me off in traffic or, does anything like that, I always like to think, you know what? It is what it is. Maybe they're just having a bad day, right? It's like, I remember I was at the store the other day and some lady she left her cart right at the checkout line, just left it right there. And the person in front of me was like, is this yours? Like, are you going to take it? And the lady was just like, didn't say anything, like just walked away. And, I think old Chris would get mad at something like that. And I'd be like, how dare that person just leave their cart there? But, I think the world needs more empathy nowadays. So I push the cart back, right? Because I don't know, I've left carts in parking lots before, so why not help, right? With the Queen of Pentacles, you have this generosity card. I feel like now is the time for you to be generous. Like, look at this. She has this treasure chest in front of her on this Queen of Pentacles. I'm a big fan of being generous as well at this time. Anything you can do to give back doesn't have to be money. Could be just with advice. You could be, a helping hand to someone who needs help. Could be anything. It's just going to come back to you like tenfold at this time. So a lot of generosity. I'm really surprised as well that the Six of Pentacles didn't show up in your reading, because it is kind of giving me those Six of Pentacles vibes. And I do feel equal give and take is going to come back to you very, very quickly here, Libra. With the Six of Swords, you have the Birth card. Do you have other Birth cards here? No. I would be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant, number one. But if you are, go for it, is what I would say. I also feel this is the birth of something new. And again, I feel like you're going to have to walk against the grain here with that By the Book card. It's kind of funny because other people have had that By the Book card, and I've been telling pretty much everyone, we're entering into the time of Aquarius, and, it's my belief that, that really we have to do our own thing. If everybody's going this direction, you should be going this direction, right? Or unless you truly resonate with the direction that everybody's going in, right? In whatever, and I'm speaking very generally here. This isn't all areas of your life, but all decisions need to come from your heart, Queen of Cups. And even if it goes against certain people in your life or certain situations or whatever, and I kind of feel that's a change that's going on here, Libra, is that I'm not saying you're going against people just to go against them, but I feel like you're really making sure that you're not settling. Again, I think part of the reason people could be seeming like they're settling right now, like you have that settling card, or people could be seeming more miserable, is because they're not living their, true authentic self, whatever that means, because who knows why, right? So I almost feel like you're becoming more authentic here as well, Libra, but a pretty interesting reading. No reason to drag it out. Pretty straightforward. Again, I would say don't settle. Look for a new opportunity. That's plain and simple. That's what this is saying. So love it. But thank you for being here, Libra. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.